I didn't yell. I didn't remind them. I didn't even wait for a text that never came. That night, my birthday night, I drove out of the city in silence, the headlights cutting through the dark. On the passenger seat lay the signed deed to the lake house. My lake house. Paid for in full with my bonus, the one they said I shouldn't waste on myself. The house stood waiting like a secret lover, windows glowing against the still water, the dock reaching out like an invitation. I stood there, wind in my face, and thought, they'll notice me now, but on my terms. I pulled out my phone, snapped the photos. Lake reflecting moonlight, my hand on the key, the view from the porch, and typed the caption, "Birthday gift to myself." Then I pressed post. It wasn't always like this. There were birthdays with cakes, with candles, with laughter that seemed real. I believed them back then. Their hugs, their words. Family first, that was their motto. My parents said it, my siblings echoed it, and I carried it like a creed. But slowly, the creed revealed its loopholes. Family first always seemed to mean their needs, never mine. Their tuition, their weddings, their emergencies. I covered it all, quietly, proudly. And yet every year, when my day came, it slipped by unnoticed. "Oh, we'll celebrate later," they said. "You don't mind, right?" I minded. I swallowed it whole, until the bitterness calcified. Last year was the breaking point. I sat at the dinner table, listening to them plan a cousin's surprise party. Balloons, venue, gifts, the works. Meanwhile, my birthday had passed 2 weeks earlier. Not a card, not a text, nothing. That's when I understood. I wasn't family. I was the bank. I was the convenience. I was the afterthought. I didn't rage. I didn't beg. I memorized. The bonus came this spring, more than I expected. Enough to buy something substantial. Enough to break the cycle. The idea came sharp, cold, and clean. A gift, but only for me. I started looking in secret. Nights on my laptop, scrolling listings. Weekends with realtors under fake pretenses. When I found the lake house, it felt inevitable. A place no one had touched. A place with silence, with distance, with water deep enough to swallow every disappointment I'd carried. Signing that deed wasn't just a purchase. It was an incision, cutting myself free. Posting the photos was only the first move. The reaction came fast, faster than I expected. Notifications exploded, missed calls, group chat pings lighting up like alarms. My brother, "Wait, you bought a house? With what money?" My sister, "Why didn't you tell us? We could have helped you choose better." My mother, "A lake house? Why would you waste money on that?" Not one word about my birthday. Not one. I let the silence stretch. I watched them reveal themselves, line by line, accusation by accusation. Then I dropped the second photo, a close-up of the deed. My name. Only my name. Caption, "For once, it's mine." They called a family meeting, code for an ambush. I went, calm, steady, sat at the head of the table they thought was theirs. My father started, "Why didn't you talk to us before making such a decision?" I looked at him, then at each of them. Because every time I try, it's not about me. It's about what you want, what you need, what I should give. Silence, shifting eyes. I leaned in. I didn't forget your birthdays. I didn't forget your weddings. I didn't forget your bills. But you? I tapped the table, once, hard. You forgot me. Over and over. So this time, I remembered myself. My sister whispered, "You're being selfish." I smiled. Cold. Finally. They tried to guilt me. Tried to twist it, but every protest only exposed what they valued. My money, my obedience, my silence. When they asked if they could visit the lake house, I laughed. A single sharp sound. No, this one's not for you. And in that moment, I saw it. The fracture, the mask slipping. Their outrage wasn't about love or family or tradition. It was about losing control of me. I walked out lighter than I'd ever felt. Now, when I sit on the porch with the lake stretching wide and indifferent, I think about that night. How easy it was to take back what they'd stolen. My place, my worth, my voice. All it took was one purchase, one post, one refusal to play their game. They wanted me to keep giving. Instead, I gave myself something permanent. And every time the phone buzzes with their messages, half apologies, half demands, I let it ring. I owe them nothing, not anymore. The water ripples, the house stands, and for the first time in years, so do I. Happy birthday to me.